Good morning and welcome. Can everyone please stand for the national anthem, which will be performed by the Lancaster Brass Quintet. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome, proud parents, grandparents, family members, ooh, that's loud, family members and friends of our graduates. We appreciate the support you have given them in their journey. I'm also pleased to welcome our honored guest. Thank you all for being here. And to those who are watching via our live stream, thank you. I now call to order the 43rd commencement ceremony of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design. And of course, welcome and congratulations to the members of the class of 2025. Pretty awesome, huh? You know, there is something really special about taking time to mark life's important moments and to celebrate with a ceremony. Commencement today is such a ceremony. It marks the end of formal undergraduate studies and the beginning of a life as a professional creative. We hope your time here has served as a springboard to your future creative enterprises. It's creativity that drives us to imagine, to make, to impact our world. Here at Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, we see differently. What does that mean? The ability to see differently is at the heart of being a creative. It enables us to give shape to chaos. It is essential for making the evolutionary leaps and connections to drive us forward. The value of art and design sparks inspiration and increases innovation. As you continue to live the creative life, we hope you stay in touch, serving as touchstones and mentors for the students who come after you. Congratulations, graduates. Go make your mark on the world. Go make your mark. I now welcome the chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Jim Warner, to the podium.
Wow, what a beautiful morning to graduate from college. Just super. Thank you, President Barnes. Good morning to our soon-to-be alumni, their families, honored guests, and members of the PCA&D community. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to offer the class of 2025 our sincere and enthusiastic congratulations. We are honored to play a small part in your college journey. My fellow trustee, vice chair of the board, and PCA&D alum, Megan Caruso, has a brief message to share. Megan?
Graduates, it's a distinct pleasure to address you this morning, as I once sat in your place, perched on the precipice, ready to leap into what's next. Before you do, I encourage you to slow down, savor this moment, surrounded by your classmates, your family, and your friends. Today is a celebration of your creativity, your perseverance, and your achievements. From when you walk across the stage to when you share your thesis projects, we are here to applaud you. So soak it all in and enjoy. You've earned it.
Members of the Board of Trustees, graduating students, faculty, staff, and guests, I present to you Amy Surig King. I know I messed that up. I tried, I know, I'm so sorry. As a candidate for the honorary degree, this is Pennsylvania College of Arts and Design's most distinguished award. I am pleased to call forward Ms. King, see I didn't have to repeat that, and Ms. Dinah Savage, Vice President of Strategic Communications for PCA&D, to present this honor.
Amy Sarah King is one of the most original and courageous voices in contemporary fiction. She is an innovative storyteller, a singular force of unflinching honesty, and a fierce advocate for young people navigating the complexities of the world. Her stories are rendered with rare intellectual and emotional nuance as her characters grapple with real challenges: violence, invisibility, love, and loss. She embraces the difficulty and complexity of the adolescent experience with empathy, dignity, and a commitment to truth-telling as she addresses generational trauma, questions of identity, mental health issues, and systemic injustice. For her legions of grateful readers, she may be the only voice they hear telling them that they are not alone. Though her main characters are often adolescents, her work resonates powerfully with readers of all ages. Underpinning her characters' struggles is a real belief in humanity and the potential for goodness. She imaginatively bends genres and literary conventions to surprise and delight readers, inviting them to examine their beliefs, to reimagine a better world, and to authentically engage in their communities. Ms. King has penned some of the most groundbreaking young adult novels of our time and nurtured a global literary community committed to empathy, empowerment, and critical thought. A bold advocate for intellectual freedom, she is a passionate supporter of public libraries, public education, and unfettered creative expression. Her writing is studied in classrooms, cited in scholarship, and cherished by those society overlooks. Her work and her life speak to the core mission of education: to illuminate, to question, and to affirm the full humanity of every individual. On behalf of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, I present to you Amy Sarah King for the college's most distinguished honorary award, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Ms. King, by the authority of the Board of Trustees of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, and in recognition of your significant accomplishments as acclaimed author, advocate, and change agent, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and distinctions thereunto appertaining, in token of which I present you with this award. I further cause you to be invested with the doctoral hood of PCA&D. Additionally, the Board of Trustees recognizes Ms. King with this distinctive resolution. Whereas you, Amy Sarah King, are a prolific and award-winning writer, celebrated as an important literary voice, and whereas you are an advocate for the arts and their ability to elevate and transform, and whereas you champion intellectual freedom and encourage young people to authentically lead their own creative lives, and whereas you model how to inspire and activate a rich, creative community, now be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design hereby gratefully acknowledges your many accomplishments, and be it further resolved that the Board of Trustees acknowledges your inspirational example for all the students of the college, and be it further resolved that the Board of Trustees fully endorses you as a recipient of the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, duly adopted by the Board of Trustees of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design this second day of May 2025. I have people to help me, because really. This year, I am pleased to announce we are presenting medals of honor to two exceptional recipients. Dr. Barbara K. Altman, president of Franklin and Marshall College, where we are, so thank you, Barbara, for allowing us to be there today. And Ms. Deneen Sirache, mayor of the city of Lancaster. The college's influential award, the Medal of Honor, recognizes those who have made significant achievements in the fields of art, design, creativity, culture, education, industry, and their communities. I now invite Dr. Altman to please come forward. I am pleased to present Dr. Barbara K. Altman for the Pennsylvania College of Art and Design's Medal of Honor. I now ask Ms. Linda King Brown, Dean of Faculty and Academic Affairs and Interim Dean of Student Affairs, to come forward to present this award.
Dr. Barbara K. Altman is a pragmatic, steady leader committed to the transformational power of the liberal arts. As the 16th and first female president of Franklin and Marshall College, she brought a sense of clarity, purpose, and profound integrity to the campus, modeling what it means to lead with intellect and heart. Her rigorous scholarly work in medieval French literature not only contributed significantly to her field, but also underpins her devotion to the essential value of the humanities. This is evident in her academic leadership, which reflects these values of listening deeply, reasoning ethically, and supporting the idea that education is not simply a means to an end, but a path to a more just and thoughtful society. Dr. Altman's career has been one of both intellectual rigor and deeply principled service as she expresses her firm belief in the power of education to transform lives. Her tenure at F&M reflects a commitment to academic excellence while advancing access, equity, and belonging across campus life. Under her leadership, the college made significant strides in supporting students from all backgrounds through enrollment initiatives and increased support for student success and outcomes. She navigated unprecedented challenges with transparency, resolve, and empathy. Members of the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to present Dr. Barbara Altman to receive the college's Medal of Honor.
Dr. Altman, Pennsylvania College of Art and Design is proud to honor your significant impact on higher education by awarding you our 2025 Medal of Honor. The Board of Trustees of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design wishes to recognize Dr. Barbara K. Altman with this distinctive resolution. Whereas you, Barbara Altman, are a lauded scholar who demonstrates intellectual rigor, and whereas you are artfully steward the highest idea of the liberal arts as a means to transform lives and society, and whereas you collaboratively share your skills, knowledge, talent, and time to benefit future generations, now be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design hereby gratefully acknowledges the many accomplishments of Dr. Altman. And be it further resolved that the Board of Trustees acknowledges Dr. Altman's lifetime of commitment to scholarship, students, and higher education. Be it further resolved that the Board of Trustees fully endorses Dr. Altman as recipient of the Medal of Honor, duly adopted by the Board of Trustees of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design this second day of May, 2025. By the authority of the Board of Trustees of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, and in recognition in your outstanding service, I bestow upon you, Dr. Barbara Altman, the college's Medal of Honor with all the rights, privileges, and distinctions thereunto appertaining, in token of which I present you with this medal and citation. The medal you have. The citation, here you go.
No president can resist the irritation to offer a few words. It comes with the job. I'll be very brief. This honor means a great deal to me because Lancaster is such a hub of great education. PCA&D and F&M have so many shared endeavors, shared goals, and I'm thrilled that we're working ever more closely together. We very much admire your campus just a mile from here. We're so glad to involve your students in the ways that we can help serve you. And this alliance speaks volumes to this place as a locus where people can thrive. Creatives, scientists, dancers, singers, chemists, philosophers, all of you are at home here. And I'm so very pleased that our two ampersand institutions, F&M, PCA&D, have come together in very significant ways. This honor means a lot to me, particularly as I prepare to retire from Franklin and Marshall. Graduates, you're a fabulous group. What an honor to sit up here as you are recognized today. So thank you to PCA&D, to the board, to President Barnes, and congratulations to all the graduates.
Our second Medal of Honor recipient is the current mayor of the city of Lancaster, Deneen Sirachi, who is a devoted public servant, resolutely focused on the common ground, on the common good. As the city's 43rd mayor, the second woman elected to this role, she embodies a compassionate, steadfast focus on the people she serves, committed to community empowerment. Under Mayor Sirachi's guidance, Lancaster has become a model for how a city can grow inclusively, think creatively, and govern transparently. Whether addressing affordable housing, environmental sustainability, racial equity, or infrastructure rooted in justice and dignity, she has never lost sight of the human heart at the center of public policy. A leader who shows up, listens, and does the hard, unglamorous work of real progress. She reflects the best of Lancaster, guiding the city through periods of significant challenge and transformation with clarity, compassion, and an unwavering ethical compass. Her civic vision is grounded in the belief that communities thrive when every resident has access to opportunity, safety, and the tools to live a full and meaningful life. Her leadership is distinguished not only by its strategic vision, but by its insistence on centering those historically underserved and underrepresented in municipal decision-making. From investing in affordable housing and infrastructure to advancing environmental resilience and economic equity, her work has consistently demonstrated the principles of democratic engagement and social responsibility. The first in her family to attend college, Mayor Sirachi has dedicated her public life to advancing policies rooted in justice, sustainability, and inclusion. Mayor Sirachi is currently out of the country, but has prepared a video message to express her thanks.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2025. What an exciting day. Though I am thousands of miles away, I can feel the pride radiating through the room as your friends, family, and peers celebrate this defining moment with you, the culmination of years of dedication, creativity, and hard work. You've committed yourselves to mastering your craft and pushing creative boundaries, and I have no doubt that each of you will leave an indelible mark on the world. Lancaster is so much richer because it is home to the Pennsylvania College of Art and Design and to all of you. To the trustees, administration, faculty, and students, I want to express my deepest gratitude for this incredible honor. I only wish I could be there in person to celebrate with you. Serving as mayor has been one of the greatest honors of my life, and receiving the Medal of Honor from such an esteemed institution is truly humbling. Thank you for this recognition, and know that together, the best is yet to come. Congratulations again, class of 2025. I can't wait to see the impact you will make.
For her distinguished contributions to public service, her unwavering dedication to equity and civic engagement, and her transformational impact on the city of Lancaster, the college accepts this citation and Medal of Honor on behalf of Mayor Sirachi.
Would Miss Megan Caruso, class of 2008 and recipient of last year's Distinguished Alumni Award, along with recipient Mike Whitmer, please join me at the podium. You have a few words.
Mike Whitmer's artwork invites us to slow down and contemplate the rich and calming world of subtlety and nuance. In his minimal abstract works, he explores color, light, and illusion, creating a serene visual sensation of familiarity. A 1988 fine art graduate of PCA&D's precursor, the Pennsylvania School of Arts in Marietta, Mike studied under the tutelage of the practicing artists and teachers who were the school's founders. There, Mike remembers that students were encouraged to go outside and work so that they would go down to the river, along the railroad, and around the town. He says it was a good experience to get out of the classroom and draw and paint in nature. After graduation, he founded a painting company, which is now a successful second-generation, family-owned and operated business. At the same time, he steadily maintained his studio practice, consistently focusing on his craft and deeply exploring his creative calling. Over the years, Mike has given back to PCA&D. In the classroom, he has taught drawing and painting classes and helped students prepare for their senior exhibitions. His work was also featured in the college's alumni exhibition in 2020. Mike's lifelong artistic journey and creative output have yielded a tremendous body of work, which is now gaining wider recognition and notoriety. Most recently, his work was featured at 57 by 57 West in New York City and Larry Becker Contemporary Art in Philadelphia. His career exemplifies how focus and consistency become longevity. He shows us that we all have creativity within us and how important it is to tend to the fire steadily and as often as we can. Mike, for your commitment to your artistic vision, your studio practice, and your contributions to visual art and culture, we are honored to celebrate you as Pennsylvania College of Art and Design's 2025 Distinguished Alumnus. May your work inspire our newest alumni today and for generations to come.
At this time, I'd like to welcome former board chair and trustee emeritus Bob Brandt Jr. to the stage to assist me with a special presentation. Until then, I'll entertain you with this. No, I won't.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, President Barnes. It was my pleasure to serve on the college's Board of Trustees with Audrey K. Carter, who is a devoted advocate for liberal arts education and a champion of the arts. During her time on the board, including serving as chair beyond the customary tenure due to the pandemic, she was a bastion of dependability and focused engagement as she led with wisdom and resolve. She was pressed into further service as the college's interim president, where her graciousness and determination created stability and provided a very smooth transition. Audrey, Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, is proud to honor your dedication and generosity by awarding you Trustee Emerita status. Will you please join me on the stage to accept your reward? Audrey, right on over here, please.
Okay.
Whereas, in special, a lot of whereases today. Whereas, in special recognition of distinguished service to the Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, the Board of Trustees wishes to acknowledge Audrey K. Carter by appointing her as Trustee Emerita. And whereas, Audrey is a business leader with a Bachelor of Science in Foreign Service degree from Georgetown University and an MBA from Boston University. Wow, impressive. And whereas Audrey has a 40-year career of service in the not-for-profit world, predominantly in higher education, as a leader in philanthropy and public relations. And whereas Audrey served as a dedicated member of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design's Board of Trustees for 9 years, including as chair from 2019 to 2022, when she continued for an additional year to create stability during the pandemic. And whereas Audrey stepped in as interim president of the college during a time of leadership transition, enhancing the efficiency and effectiveness of the institution during the search for a new president. And whereas Audrey is deeply devoted to this college and its students, graduates, and continually dedicating her time, talents, and treasure. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of the Pennsylvania College of Art and Design that it approves the appointment of Audrey K. Carter as Trustee Emerita. Be it further resolved that this board herein extends its deepest appreciation to Audrey, appreciate it, kid, for her dedication and service to the college. Duly appointed this second day of May 2025 by the authority of the Board of Trustees of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, and in recognition of your incredible commitment to the college's success and well-being, I bestow upon you, Miss Audrey Carter, the status of Trustee Emerita, with all the rights, privileges, and distinction thereunto appertaining, in token of which I present you with this citation. And one more reminder of your time with the peacocks at PCA&D.
Wow. Wow.
You gonna have a wall in your new house for that?
Yeah.
Audrey, would you like to make any remarks? You're on the clock for 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, in the words of Barbara Altman, even an interim president can't resist making just a few comments. It takes a college to make me look good. So it's been an honor to serve. The Board of Trustees is amazing. The leadership team with whom I got to work truly as a team member is truly something I will never forget. Getting to see the students daily made me smile, and at the end of my tenure, I was at least 2 years younger, because that vitality is infectious. So Bob, board, leadership team, thank you so much. You are a part of me.
Graduates of the class of 2025, today's commencement address was created especially for you by A.S. King, the award-winning author whose literary work has made a significant and lasting contribution to young adult literature, and whose advocacy work in mental health awareness, youth empowerment, and intellectual freedom has created safe spaces and fostered dialogue with a laudable urgency and passion. It gives me great pleasure to introduce A.S. King.
Good morning. I have a sip of tea. It makes me superhuman. First of all, thank you very much for the honor of this honorary degree. Dr. Barnes, board, everybody involved with that, and Dinah. I can't tell you how much it makes me very emotional, and we're not going to get into it now because we can't cry during this speech. I'm going to get on with it, but thank you very much. I'm honored beyond belief. Hello, I'm Amy. I'm honored to be talking to you on this important occasion, marking both the end of many years of hard work and dedication and the beginning of many years of hard work and dedication. I'm going to start with a quote about inspiration by Kurt Vonnegut Jr. Where do I get my ideas from? You might as well have asked that of Beethoven. He was just goofing around in Germany like everybody else, and all of a sudden this stuff came gushing out of him. It was music. I was just goofing around like everybody else in Indiana, and all of a sudden this stuff came gushing out of me. It was disgust with civilization. This is the quote that keeps me real in my art. Whether I'm painting, writing a novel, shooting pictures, writing a poem, or weaving surrealist tea towels. Being real is important. It's hard sometimes, but it's important. 45 years ago today, I had a 4th grade orchestra concert as the 2nd chair cellist. I had that afternoon just gotten my first ever stitches right here in my hand after a run-in with a pair of scissors. It was also the day of my grandmother's funeral. And when this accident occurred, our house was full of family and friends eating cheese on toothpicks and random cold cuts. By the time I got back from the hospital with my dad, it was time to get ready for the concert. My hand was all gauzed up and swollen, but I put on my weird skirt. It's hard to find skirts that work for cellists. And went, true though, right? And went to the concert, and then I faked the entire show. I didn't play one note. My mom, who just buried her mom, was there in the audience. I felt bad for faking it because she had just had one of the most realest days in her whole life. But my gut said not to play because it hurt and because I knew I was going to make too many mistakes. 45 years later, I can't tell you if I was right to fake. I can't tell you if I would have made mistakes because I didn't play. I can tell you that as someone who has now been through far more painful things than playing a cello with fresh stitches, that making art in difficult times has always paid off. Even if I get a bad review, even if I don't make any money, even if I get death threats, being authentic as an artist has been the most freeing and rewarding thing I have ever done. Expression is revolutionary. But also, business is business. When I speak to graduates of writing programs, I share my own mantra for being a working author. We make paper boats. We cannot control the wind. I want you to take that and apply it to whatever art you make. You make paper boats. You cannot control the wind. You can paint the best paintings, weave the best textiles, animate the best films. The outside world may never really know what went into making that boat. Its job is to travel from your mind and hands and heart into the outside world where it will meet other minds, hands, and hearts and change them in some way. It's really sweet, yeah? Doesn't buy a can of beans, does it? No. Or it does, maybe. It really depends upon the wind, and we cannot control the wind. I am still very close to two of my art school friends who are graphic designers. One went from undergrad to an MFA at Moore, and then landed a job at an ad firm in New York City. He was the brains behind a big corporate campaign in the early 90s, and he made his money then, and now he's a consultant. But the other one did layout for a newspaper for 20 years, got laid off at 45, started taking pictures on her walks in beach towns, and then one day got an idea for a logo on a trip to Nantucket. That logo has sold millions of dollars of merch in her 50s. You just can't control the wind. I've worked in the arts for 35 years, and it's a little like being a pirate back in the Golden Age. Some days your ship gets stuck in dead air and unmoving for months and no food and scurvy sets in. And other times the waves are too high and the gusts nearly take your sails off. I hate to sound twee or precious, but it really is about the journey. So I've come to you today with a travel bag containing 10 small pieces of wisdom. I've been lucky in my career. I mean, some would balk at that because it took me writing 8 novels over 15 years and getting 500 rejection letters to get a novel published. But since then, I've been lucky to have been able to write what I want to write. And I got so good at not faking it and at writing the truth that my work has been internationally recognized. On the business side, I am never not writing a book or inventing new ways to write a book. And through that practice, I developed a style all my own, and award committees noticed. I am very grateful for those awards, but you know, they don't buy a can of beans either. Art asks us to be patient, which is hard when one needs beans. Which brings me to my first nugget of advice. Find ways to get beans. Legally. Okay. I make speeches. I do assembly programs all over the world. I teach grad school. That's how I make the beans. Sometimes that beam work overtakes the artwork, and so my second piece of wisdom is never forget that art matters. It's what got you there in the first place. During the writer's strike a few years back, I was talking to a civilian who was complaining how his favorite shows weren't on television and how he wished the writers would just start working again. And I said, well, they can't afford rent or food, really, because they're paid so little. And he said, well, they should have chosen a different job then. And then, right after that, without a shred of irony, he said something about how the episode of Ted Lasso that he watched the night before made him cry. I was walking through an alley in Old Luxembourg 2 summers ago with my son, and I came across a sign that someone had taped to a light pole. It validates everything we do. In all caps, last night, an art piece saved my life. I took a picture and I posted it on Facebook, and some random guy commented, "That's stupid." I bet he cried at that episode of Ted Lasso, too. Here's the thing about art. Our culture tells its people not to be emotional or sensitive. It tells them to be practical and not weird. It tells them to keep quiet when terrible things happen to them. It tells them, quite frankly, to fake it. So of course they feel both weird and validated when an artist shows them something true. Last month when I was writing this address, I wrote a short story in my head about that orchestra concert in 1980. It explores what it would have looked and sounded like if everyone in the orchestra was faking it. Would the audience play along? Would they leave? Would they whisper to each other? Would the critic in the balcony decide that this was a new type of performance art and declare it brilliant? Or would they mock it and sink it? The story would be called The Silent Orchestra. The message would be about how every artist has stitches in their hand and is trying to play the cello. Look, art is pain made beautiful. Pain is paint. It's ink, it's clay, it's a pair of tap shoes, it's piano keys. I have never reached a reader by lying to them. And I've never affected a human being by writing a cute story that has nothing to do with me. I am the common denominator in my work, and so are you if you are reading it. Art is connection. You can't fake it. If you reach the crossroads where fake is all you got, pivot. That's nugget number 3. You can change mediums, travel, get a job that shocks everyone who knows you. Volunteer, trust me on that one. You'll change, you'll grow. The realness will rise to the surface again. Never forget what makes you angry. Those seeds thrive in the worst of conditions, and the vine leads back to what you care about most. Wisdom nugget number 4 is stay close to your friends. You need them on this journey because they will remind you that art is important when the world forgets what art even is and why it's vital to make and maintain human connections, nature connections, astral connections, and connections that haven't even been invented yet. When we cannot control the wind, when our paper boats have been lost to the Bermuda Triangle, friends help. In my first 15 years of writing novels, I didn't sell any. That was humbling, but it was right. The art wasn't good enough. I was alone in the art world, 3,000 miles from home, and teaching myself how to write novels on a Swedish typewriter, on 8 different types of donated paper because I was so broke. But now I've worked 30 years and I've gained a reputation, a good one. But the most important thing I've gained in my years in art are the friendships. Be the kind of friend that cheers your friends on, no matter if they end up working for Verizon, working for the newspaper, or if they win the Pulitzer or get a show at the AVAM. Cheer it all on. When I was on the faculty at VCFA, I wrote a lecture entitled, "What is Art and How Do We Make It? And once we make it, what do we do with it? And once we do something with it, where do we put it? And once we put it somewhere, will we be happy?" In the lecture, I recounted this story. All right. A few years ago, I was asked to guest lecture at Fordham University for a week. At the time, there was a Max Ernst exhibit at MoMA, at the Modern Museum, and Fordham put me up in a hotel just a few blocks away. So one afternoon, I went, right? I'm a surrealist, Max is a surrealist, this is gonna be great. The exhibit was vast, and when I was done there, I wandered upstairs to say hi to some of my favorite paintings. There was a crowd in this one gallery. There was heat coming off of it. There was a lot of people and it was noisy, right? And I didn't realize that Van Gogh's Starry Night was visiting. I've seen the painting before, so I wasn't all that interested in fighting my way through the throngs of fans, but I watched them take their selfies with it and watched as 2 guards standing on either side kept people from getting too close. The painting was centered on a false wall about 6 foot by 8 foot high. I went to look at the other paintings in the gallery and was shocked to find on the other side of that false wall, centered back to Starry Night, a Cézanne. And not just any Cézanne. It was Boy in the Red Vest. Now, if you know Cézanne, you know he rarely asked anyone to sit for him. And in this series, he painted 4 oils of a young man named Michelangelo di Rosa. Now, Monet declared this painting to be Cézanne's best. Now, I stood back and watched the frenzy for the Starry Night and how people walked around the back of the false wall to get to it, none of them stopping to view the Cézanne. Over 10 minutes, I took picture after picture of blurred people flying right by, but never stopping to see this beautiful boy. Friends, I felt such disgust with civilization. I sat down on the bench outside the gallery and I wrote a poem about how Michelangelo di Rosa deserved better. I was so upset at those people who dared ignore that boy. That was me. That was me on the back of that wall. It was the reality of my career in real time. People so busy looking for something they recognized, they had no time to stop and try something new. To add insult to injury, while I was walking back to my hotel, I saw a bus stop advertisement for one of the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo books. They were very popular at the time. I stopped, and I laughed so hard I cried. I took a picture of it, and as I walked, I made peace with myself. I made peace with who I am and the art I make, and I decided my life's focus would be on enjoying the ride. I cannot control the wind, so now I look up, and I write about the sky. I'm not going to tell you not to compare yourselves to others. You will. Sometimes you'll feel bigger and sometimes you'll feel smaller. Some people are going to hate your work. Some people will adore it. Critics are not your business. The only review that matters is yours. My mentor was a well-known Irish painter named Tony O'Malley. He was a close friend, a neighbor, and an incredible human being. On his gravestone is etched in his own handwriting my favorite quote when it comes to being an artist. Never be swayed by anything but by your own work and vision. That's wisdom nugget number 5. Never be swayed by anything but by your own work and vision. If you get frustrated and want to quit art, wisdom nugget number 6 is quit art. Seriously. Make yourself not paint. Make yourself not work. Make yourself not write. Make yourself stay away from the loom, the computer, the darkroom. The longer you stay away, the more you will understand that expression is an addiction, a healthy one. It's healing from stitches you may not even know about yet. Trust me on that. If you don't make the art, you won't get the answer. As artists, we are both the puzzle makers and the puzzle solvers. Every new museum I walk into, I seem to find one painting that makes me cry. And I am betting the artist who made the painting that made me cry doubted that painting at least once while they were making it. The receiver of art is also the puzzle maker and the puzzle solver. Once it's on the wall, it's out of your hands. What a relief. The next project awaits. Always move forward. That's nugget number 7. Always be making the next art. Number 8 is get used to hearing the word no. Relish it somehow. See each no as an invitation to make more art. Get rejected on purpose. Number 9, destroy things. When you walk out of this place, your job is to evolve. Your job is to make mistakes. Your job is to destroy every idea and rule you learned here. You are artists, after all. You have the power now. Only no one told you that artists are the ones with the power. They told you that artists were idealists, wild, the opposite of level-headed, kooky, dreamers. It was a trick to keep you away from the power. I'm glad you made it this far. We need you now more than ever. What else is there to do with power but destroy things? Start with ideas like, I can't write poems, I can't draw hands, I'm not good at painting, etc., etc. Destroy your doubt. Destroy your own traps. Take note that not everything has been done yet, and what you will do will be entirely original to you. Yours. Be defiantly creative. Make people double take. We are the voices of our generations. Art lives longer than we do. Talk about power. Finally, number 10 is never leave any of you behind. Not your child self, your teenage self, your college self. It is their stories you will be telling as you grow old. They are what formed you. Art is a medium to dissect and explore life. So one day when you're 55, you'll be writing a speech that you know you're going to give on May 2nd, 2025. And you will remember the cheese on toothpicks, the blood dripping off your elbow, the cello bow hovering right above each string, play acting. I can't tell you if faking it 45 years ago today was wise. I can only tell you that we make paper boats, and our main medium is us. Forget your genius. Trust your gut and do what feels right. Never lose your anger, your joy, your disgust with civilization. Do not give up. The beans will come. You have the power. Trust. For today, though, congratulate yourself. And for all it took for you to reach this achievement, celebrate with friends and family, relax a little, and remember that no matter what you do, as long as you're not faking it, you're probably doing the right thing. Congratulations on this outstanding success. Thank you very much.
That was a great speech. That was awesome. Thank you. Graduating seniors, I hope you heard that advice. It's excellent advice all around. I hope you took that in because, thank you. Oh, I have something official to say here. Thank you, Ms. King. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Carissa Mazie, Provost at Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, to recognize the recipients of several academic awards. Carrie?
Thank you, President Barnes, and thank you, A.S. King. The beautiful part about this portion of our ceremony is that you actually, the awardees, may have the means to buy your beans. Stay tuned. At Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, departmental awards are determined by the chairperson and the faculty within each major. The Outstanding Student Awards recognize a senior whose studio and departmental work has consistently been realized on the highest level, and to acknowledge the professional attributes required of successful working artists and designers within their fields of study. The chairs from animation and game art, fine art, graphic design, illustration, photography and video, design thinking, and liberal arts will present this year's Outstanding Student Departmental Awards. The Dean of Faculty and Academic Affairs will present the award for highest overall GPA. First, our departmental awards. Students selected for these awards will receive a certificate and a cash award. The language on each certificate states, like a circle, the pursuit of excellence has no end. Pennsylvania College of Art and Design celebrates and recognizes your commitment to academic excellence, dedication to your craft, and determination to reach your highest potential as a leader and a creative. Animation and Game Art. Would Natasha Warshawski, Chair of Animation and Game Art, please join me on the stage? Animation and game art and interactive entertainment are the most persuasive and popular modes of connection, influence, and communication in today's fast-changing world. This field encompasses a vast array of careers, including animation, 3D modeling, visual effects, motion graphics, themed entertainment, gaming, and more. Professionals in this field are well equipped to meet the demands of a diverse and expanding and changing job market, that is increasingly impacting the day in which all we live, interact, learn, and connect and heal. I'm very pleased to announce that the outstanding animation and game art student for the class of 2025 is Samantha Sidesinger. Samantha, please come forward and accept your degree. Come on up. Congratulations, Samantha. Would Becky Blosser, Chair of the Fine Art Department, please come forward? A working fine artist has traditionally been thought of and functions independently. However, as we continue to witness the impact and power of fine artists working in industry, the community, and connecting with other fields, they are becoming deeply valued and hired for their collaborative nature as they offer visual and creative skills and solutions to challenging problems. Whatever the work, the fine art discipline requires the artist to be effective in communicating and leading others. As our understanding of the traditional model of the fine artist continues to evolve, it is their lifelong passion that supports evolving goals and desires that manifest into work of their personal vision. The outstanding fine arts student of the class of 2025 is Quinn Nepper. Quinn, please come forward to receive your award. Congratulations. Graphic design. Would Mariah Hostadter, Chair of the Graphic Design Department, please join me on stage? A professional in the field of graphic design must be able to produce work that effectively meets the communication needs of others. Successful design must balance style, concept, craft, research, and analysis with meaningful and arresting delivery of information. For designers, the ability to combine multiple complex or even simple ideas into a visual tool is and will continue to be the hallmark of the best and most successful designers today. The outstanding graphic design student of the class of 2025 is Ayana Alvarado. Ayana, please join us on stage. Congratulations. Illustration. Would Robert Young, Chair of the Illustration Department, please come forward and join me on the stage? Illustration is the quintessential heart of storytelling through images. Illustrators rely on traditional media and sophisticated technologies to reach out to viewers. The backbone of concept and execution within the field of illustration includes drawing and research, combined with an in-depth understanding of the expressive capacities of both animate and inanimate forms. The outstanding illustration student of the class of 2025 is Beck Schilling. Congratulations, Beck. Photography and video. Would Eric Weeks please join me on the stage, Chair of Photography and Video? Technological advances in photography and video have made this art form accessible to everyone. Professionals in this field must commit to mastering and keeping pace with technological advances while working from the perspective that it is only one element in achieving personal or commercial image-making goals. This ability to function creatively on both levels at once has become the criterion of successful contemporary photographers. The outstanding photography student of the class of 2025 is Carrie Chun. Carrie, would you please join us on the stage? Design thinking. Would Dr. Athavri Pendarkar please join me on the stage? Design thinking students are successful in prioritizing innovative and community-focused solutions to common problems, pulling from technical art and design skills, as well as conceptual thinking, research, and implementation. Through this strongly collaborative, critical thinking creative practice, design thinkers successfully produce accessible and equitable outcomes because of their human-centered approach to creative work. The outstanding design thinking student of the class of 2025 is Lindsay Sullizer. Lindsay, please come forward to accept your award. Congratulations, Lindsay. Liberal arts. Would Michelle Fogel, chair of the Liberal Arts Department, please come forward? The courses and minors offered in the Liberal Arts Department enhance students' exploration of the creative process through academic inquiry and active learning. They emphasize that earning a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree requires the acquisition of critical thinking, research, visual analysis, and communication skills that are essential to artists and designers as they evolve professionally and personally within the framework of contemporary culture. The outstanding liberal arts student of the class of 2025 is Lawrence Jacoby. Lawrence, please come forward. Congratulations. Award for Academic Excellence, highest GPA. For the Academic Excellence Award, Dean Brown, would you please join me to help award this honor? The college is always proud to honor the graduating senior who has earned the highest overall grade point average, college-wide, over the course of their career. A notably difficult achievement at PCA&D. Earning the highest overall GPA at the college requires a strong, rigorous, and consistent command of a wide range of visual, conceptual, and verbal talents, and a focused ability to maintain intellectual energy on very high levels over a long period of time. This year, 2 students have tied for the honor. The first recipient for the highest overall grade point average is Elizabeth Gregory. Elizabeth, please come forward. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Our second recipient, tied for the highest overall grade point average award, is Bailey Stuckman. Bailey, please join us on the stage to be recognized for this distinction.
The Mary Colleen Heil Vanguard Award, named in recognition of the college's second president who led for 26 years, honors a senior in the graduating class who has consistently demonstrated ingenuity and achievement in their chosen major. The academic chairs have determined that through leadership, a strong work ethic, and dedication to excellence, this student will continue to creatively influence the field of art and design beyond just their field of study. Before sharing why the department chairs have chosen this recipient, I'd like to know and let you know that I have known this person since her very first class, on her very first day at PCA&D in the fall of 2021. We were wearing masks that semester, but that didn't stop her from being the first person to volunteer to stand up to deliver her reflective speech on a defining life event. What stood out about that speech was the artful way it was crafted, including the descriptive details of her story, which showcased her resilience, determination, creativity, and wry sense of humor. It's clear these qualities have only grown stronger in the 4 years she's been at PCA&D. This recipient has excelled in both her studio and liberal arts coursework and is a leader among peers, according to Fine Art Chair Becky Blosser. She has shown her large-scale paintings, most recently at the North Museum, the DeMuth Museum, and Rock Lidditz, and she's been actively involved in student-led exhibitions on campus. She works primarily as a painter, experimenting with material, process, and expressive mark, creating works that reflect upon a fleeting personal and human experience. She is ambitious in the studio, taking risks in her work in search of authentic and meaningful connections. She was also one of 3 PCA&D fine artists who were selected to design and create artwork for Lancaster River Connections. The sidewalk murals served as potent reminders to passersby that storm drains in Lancaster City feed into the Conestoga River. As a student employee in the Career Services Office, she managed social media outreach, mentored fellow students as a peer guide, and worked diligently to research and identify meaningful internship opportunities for peers. Her collaboration and support have been invaluable to Assistant Dean Preventer's efforts to expand student access to career resources and experiential learning. And recently, I heard her discuss her dedication to the idea of art for social good as a tool for unity, healing, and connection. She has secured a teaching post in Philadelphia for the 25-26 school year with the Artist Year, an organization that develops, trains, and supports exceptional recent higher ed arts graduates as full-time residents teaching young artists in schools. We could not be more sure that this honoree will continue, as the award states, to creatively influence the field of art and design beyond just their field of study. The winner of the 2025 Mary Colleen Heil Vanguard Award is Katie Hess. Katie, please come forward. Leadership is not about a title. or a designation. It's about impact, influence, and inspiration. The Founders Award for Excellence in Leadership is named in honor of the 7 original faculty members who founded the college. It was through their individual and collective vision, passion, and leadership that they created a distinctive environment for students to study, learn, and thrive in an art and design educational community. These original faculty members, through hard work, collaboration, innovation, and drive, founded today's college in 1982 with thoughtful engagement, rigorous focus, and grit. Let me repeat, leadership is about impact, influence, and inspiration. Those 3 words powerfully define the ways this honoree has contributed to the PCA&D community in the years they have been a student here. From their tireless work as a community assistant, mentoring and supporting a large cohort of first-year students in their housing community at Foundation Village, to their design work producing countless eye-catching flyers for student affairs and communications through an internship partnership with the Mix Lancaster, to their leadership role in the early stages of the formation of The Flock, a student-run club devoted to creating school-wide engagement opportunities for the community. This student is everywhere, all at once, in the very best of ways. It's no small feat that they have also excelled academically in their illustration major and liberal arts courses, even after taking a 1-year leave of absence to recalibrate. In all of these ways, this graduate epitomizes the work ethic, resilience, kindness, creativity, and wisdom of the PCA&D students that we see on campus each and every day. I know the founders of this college would be proud of the many ways they have impacted, influenced, and inspired this community. Please join me in recognizing the recipient of the 2025 Founders Award for Excellence in Leadership, Beck Schilling.
The Trustees Award for Faculty Excellence was created by the Board of Trustees in May 2020 to recognize and reward the significant and diverse contributions that faculty make to the quality of student learning and the support of our alumni. These citations are awarded to faculty who have made significant contributions to students and alumni over a sustained period while meaningfully and positively affecting the overall quality of the college through their dedication. The recipient of the 2025 Trustees Award for Faculty Excellence is Jason Ward. I think they like you. Yeah. Professor Jason Ward is a reliable and tireless advocate of the arts, education, and student success. A skilled draftsperson, he creates incredibly accurate and compelling imagery that exhibits world-class technique and impeccable attention to detail through his drawing and painting. Since 2016, he has taught in the foundation, fine art, illustration departments, and the college's community-facing Center for Creative Exploration. In 2020, Jason began his work as a studio faculty mentor for the Center for Teaching and Learning, where students can meet with him to receive classroom guidance and support in their artistic development. Since joining our creative community, he's always been generous with his time and his resources, and was quick to offer support to our students in response to the COVID-19 shutdown, by helping them navigate with calmness and equanimity. Professor Ward has served as a flag marshal for PCAD's commencement ceremony 3 years in a row and recently lent his expertise as a guide to students as an instructor of record for the Touchstone Foundation Cohort Internship Project. Please join me in honoring Jason Ward as this year's recipient of the Trustees Award for Faculty Excellence. Right. The Trustees Award for Staff Excellence was also created by the Board of Trustees in May 2020 to recognize and reward the exemplary performance of staff who consistently excel in their positions and demonstrate integrity and a strong commitment to the mission of PCAD. The recipient of the 2025 Trustees Awards for Staff Excellence is Rebecca Addy. Rebecca, please join me at the podium. Rebecca is one of the college's longest tenured employees. In her role as Assistant Director of Admissions, she has demonstrated a commitment not only to PCAD, but to the generations of students she has helped welcome to our creative community. She has worked tirelessly to create connections with art teachers, school counselors, and other influencers throughout the region, sharing PCAD's mission to spark their creativity in everyone. A dedicated employee, colleague, and mentor, Rebecca balances the rigors of her PCAD responsibilities with her own work as a fine artist at the Millwork Studio in Harrisburg. Please join me in honoring Rebecca Addy as this year's recipient of the Trustees Award for Staff Excellence. Congratulations to all of our award recipients. I am now pleased to ask Dean Brown to return to the podium and introduce our class of 2025 student speaker.
I am honored to introduce the class of 2025 student speaker, Riley Honey. Please join me at the podium.
Hi, everybody. Good morning, distinguished faculty, cherished family members, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. It is truly an honor to stand before you today and deliver this speech as we celebrate years of hard work, creativity, and growth. Today is not just the end of a chapter, it's the beginning of a new journey, one filled with possibility, challenges, and most importantly, the boundless opportunity to express ourselves in ways that only artists can. As I look out to all of you, my fellow graduates, I see not just a group of talented individuals, but a mosaic, a beautiful tapestry made up of diverse experiences, backgrounds, and visions. Each of us has embarked on our own unique journey here, with brushes, pencils, cameras, computers, and clay, finding different ways to communicate the unspoken, to express the inexpressible. Some of us spent our entire college career here at PCAD, but others like me had the privilege of joining this community as transfers. We've been shaped by critique and fueled by inspiration, constantly evolving, creating, and questioning what it means to be an artist in this world. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a moment to reflect on the path that brought us here. I still remember the first time I set foot into PCAD. I immediately felt at home among people just like me, creatives here for the common purpose of growing our skills and succeeding in our career aspirations. The atrium and collab were bubbling with the energy of nervous new students, but we were all fueled by the same flame of determination and strength to commit to our passions. Thanks to the amazing administration team, all of my worries were eased, and I knew that PCA&D is where I needed to be. We all came into this space with a vision, but none of us knew exactly where that vision would take us. We each faced challenging late nights spent perfecting our work, moments of doubt when the creative sparks seemed to flicker out, and those times when we questioned whether we were truly cut out for this journey. But it was through these struggles that we found our voice. We learned that being an artist isn't just about the final product, it's about the journey to get there. It's about the process, the exploration, and the transformation that occurs when we allow ourselves to take risks, make mistakes, and try again. In the classroom, we honored our skills, but outside of it, we learned something even more valuable: the importance of vulnerability. Art is a reflection of our deepest selves, and by sharing that with the world, we risk exposing parts of us we often keep hidden. Yet, it is in this very vulnerability that makes art so powerful. It is the thing that connects us to others, that gives voice to the silences we all share. Through our work, we've learned how to tell stories, evoke emotions, and spark conversations, all while embracing the uncertainty of the creative process. As we prepare to leave this institution, let us not forget the lessons we've learned. Lessons not just about technique, but about resilience, collaboration, and the courage to stand by our work, even when the world is hesitant to understand it. The art world, like the world at large, can be challenging and unpredictable. There will be times when rejection feels like a heavy burden and success seems just out of reach. But as artists, we are equipped with something powerful: the ability to see the world differently, to imagine what could be, and to manifest it through our creativity. We are the dreamers, the questioners, the innovators, and the disruptors. As we step out into the world, we must remember that our creativity is not confined to a canvas, a sculpture, or a gallery. It is a mindset, a way of seeing the world and responding to it. Whether we choose to work in a studio, a community, or in any other field, our artistic spirit will continue to shape the way we approach challenges and contribute to the world around us. To the faculty who have guided and supported us, thank you for your unwavering belief in our potential. You've pushed us to see beyond the surface and dig deeper, to find beauty in the most unexpected places. You've been our mentors, our critics, and our advocates, and we're forever grateful. To our families, friends, and classmates, thank you so much for your love, patience, and encouragement. You've been there during the long hours of creation, the moments of self-doubt, and the victories big and small. Your support has been the foundation upon which we've built our dreams, and we couldn't have made it here without you. And finally, to my fellow graduates, like the vibrant feathers of a peacock, each of us, as graduates, carries with us the unique colors and patterns of our own experiences. Through years of challenges, growth, and triumphs, we've cultivated the beauty of our own individual journeys. And now, as we stand at the threshold of the future, it is time to spread our feathers wide, letting the world see the full spectrum of our potential. So as we leave this institution today, let us walk boldly into the world, our heads held high, our hearts open. Let us continue to create, to innovate, and to inspire. For we are artists, and the world needs what we have to offer more than ever. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world is waiting for us.
Well done, Riley. That was excellent. Thank you so much for your speech. Now we've come to the purpose of today's ceremony, the conferral of degrees. Would President Barnes, Chairperson Warner, Dean of Faculty and Academic Affairs and Interim Dean of Students Brown please come forward for the presentation of the class of 2025 recipients of Associate of Arts, Associate of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Fine Arts degrees. Will the 2025 Associate of Arts in Design Thinking and the Associate of Fine Arts in Photography and Video candidates please rise and come forward as instructed by the ushers? The candidate for Associate of Arts in Design Thinking is Irene Lynette Soriano Cabrera. The candidate for Associate of Fine Arts in Photography and Video is Krista Elizabeth Silen, cum laude. Will the Bachelor of Arts and Design Thinking candidates please rise and come forward? The candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Design Thinking are Lindsay Elizabeth Salazar, summa cum laude. Christian Kadir Sizer. Will the 2025 Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates for Animation and Game Art please rise and come forward as instructed by the ushers? The candidates for Bachelor of Fine Arts in Animation and Game Art are Omar Lee Almanzar, Anthony Jordan Chase, Lexia Alejandra Douglas, Sandy Sky Farrar, cum laude. Kara Janae Miller, cum laude. Samantha Lynn Sidesinger, summa cum laude. Austin Tram. Andy Vo. Will the 2025 Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates for Fine Art please rise and come forward as instructed by the ushers? The candidates for Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fine Art are Sydney Kate Beard, Charlie Eileen Boyce, magna cum laude. Krista Ann Knoles, cum laude. Elizabeth Margaret Gregory, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Hess, summa cum laude. Mickey Hess. Adanya Johnson. Quinn Nepper. Will the 2025 Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates for graphic design please come forward as instructed by our ushers? The candidates for Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design are Ayana Jordan Alvarado, Warren Daniel Burke, cum laude. Logan Byer. Kobe Corral. Matthew Thomas Dornan, summa cum laude. Madeline Catherine Reynolds, magna cum laude. Bailey Michael Steckman, summa cum laude. Will the 2025 Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates for illustration please rise and come forward as instructed by our ushers? The candidates for Bachelor of Fine Arts in Illustration are Aaron Bazer, magna cum laude. Abigail Graham Doyle. James Henry Echeverria. Onyx Guadalupe Rivera. Lawrence Lee Jacoby, cum laude. Jacob Kenny. Jillian Mesa. Marissa Rice, cum laude. Beck Schilling, magna cum laude. Lucas DeMaurice Smith. Sydney Gage Walrath. Abigail May Woodell. Taj Christian Younger, cum laude. Cole Valentine Zidell, cum laude. Will the 2025 Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates for photography and video please rise and come forward as instructed by the ushers? The candidates for Bachelor of Fine Arts in photography and video are Carrie Chun, magna cum laude. Riley, Rose, Marcel, Honey, magna cum laude. Ashley Marie Vasquez. Congratulations, class of 2025. President Barnes, I have the honor of presenting these graduates who have completed all of the courses in the prescribed curricula as recipients of the degrees of Associate of Arts, Associate of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Fine Arts. Will the graduates please rise? Wow. President Barnes, the class of 2025 is now ready for the conferral of degrees.
By the virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Associate of Arts, Associate of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Fine Arts with all the rights, privileges, and distinctions thereunto appertaining to this honorable degree. Please join me in congratulating the 2025 graduates of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design. Graduates, you can stay standing for just a moment, okay? I want you now, graduates, to turn around and look at all these people around here that came out here for you today. These are the people who supported you. These are the people that got you through. And please, graduates, give them a round of applause. All right, now you can sit down. You can sit down. You can sit down. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Joe Palumbo, who a Bachelor of Fine Arts graduate from the class of 2008 and chairperson of the Alumni Council, to induct PCAD's newest alumni. I took the book and everything. You have it? You have it? You have it. You can read it.
There we go, we got there. All right. Congratulations and greetings, PCAD graduates. Today, we are here to celebrate your incredible accomplishments and this remarkable college. PCAD alumni are truly amazing. We are creators and makers, educators, innovators, entrepreneurs, and activists, and so much more. We practice in every aspect of art and design, and we've activated our creative education throughout the nation and world. It is a true honor to speak with you today on behalf of the Alumni Association. As a fellow artist who once sat where you sit now, I want to offer congratulations and my heartfelt welcome to a new chapter in your creative life. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work, late nights, creative breakthroughs, and probably more critiques than you can count. You've studied, experimented, pushed past doubt, and found your voice. And now you can join the community of PCAD alumni that spans generations. Artists, designers, educators, entrepreneurs, and visionaries, each of us shaped by our time here and proud to carry that connection into the world. As you take this step, I want you to know that graduation doesn't mean goodbye. It means you now become part of a living, growing network of alumni who are here to support you, cheer you on, help you navigate what comes next. Whether you're setting up your studio, applying for residencies, freelancing, exhibiting, or still figuring it out, know you're not alone. Please keep in touch, share your wins, tag us on socials, ask for advice. Come back and tell your story. The energy, curiosity, and courage you've brought to this campus have left a mark. And we can't wait to see how you'll continue to grow and create beyond these walls. Now, as an alumnus of this awesome college and being authorized by the Board of Trustees, I have the privilege and honor to induct you into the Alumni Association of Pennsylvania College of Art and Design. Graduates, please rotate your beret to your left. And so it shall be. Congratulations, PCA&D alumni. President Barnes.
I want to recognize Joe because this will be his last graduation as the chairperson of the Alumni Association. You did a great job. We appreciate the work you do, and we appreciate staying in touch with the college. Please take your example from Joe. He's awesome. So thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Before closing, I would like to invite everyone to view our senior show thesis exhibit. It's pretty awesome. Right? A special preview of the show for family and friends, which is all y'all, begins tonight at 4 p.m. and runs through the weekend. It's pretty cool, so go see it. All right. Thank you for witnessing this celebratory occasion, and thank you for our friends and family watching online. We applaud you. Flag marshals, would you please come forward to retrieve your flags and lead the recessional accompanied by Lancaster Brass Quintet. I'll ask our guests to please remain in your seats until the recessional has been completed. The 2025 Pennsylvania College of Art and Design commencement ceremony is hereby adjourned.